This announcement is the moment a lot of Marvel's Avengers fans have been waiting for because it is the official release date for Jane Foster Mighty Thor. But not only do we have a trailer, we have a lot of other cool details to discuss. What's up, guys? My name is Blitzwinger. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting any time, let's dive into the teaser trailer for Jane Foster Mighty Thor. So this is my first impressions. I'm recording this. I've seen the announcement for this, but I didn't watch the trailer yet. So this is going to be my first impressions. Let's see what we've got. Nice. We get the cool avatar looking very stylish indeed. That is very, very neat. And
Asgard has fallen. The gods said the end of days.
Ooh, comic book art. Nice.
Ice and darkness. Instead,
oh, okay. Interesting. So I guess this is kind of gives us an idea of the aesthetic that they're going to go for. So they're going with kind of a long hair and some ponytails and stuff. That's interesting. Definitely cool.
Odinson never returned from Earth.
Odinson.
Without his son to protect Asgard
the crows.
Outside influence, the all.
Yo, bro. I would love this skin for Thor. It would be really cool if they did that. Or bring us Odin.
Mad.
That would be even cooler.
Mjolnir
You know, imagine
the mantle,
that'd be really neat.
It was too late. Odin had locked the All-Mother away and declared those loyal to her as his enemy. And if he had to destroy Asgard to root out rebellion, so be it.
Ooh. Okay. I don't recognize what is this skin? I mean, this is definitely the Monica mission, right? The Omega level threat mission here. So that's interesting.
Battles.
That's a really ugly looking Captain America skin though. And same goes with Iron Man.
I was used to
oh man. Wow. That's crazy. They actually make reference to it. Because if you don't know, Jane Foster is actually sick. So that's crazy that they actually showcase that. And the missing arm for Thor.
Even I had to admit.
Dude, what a clash.
So, I made a deal with the last person in the
Loki
I ever turned to. My father always said, if a man can't smile without making you uneasy, that man is rotten to the core.
Oops.
But sometimes you have to make compromises.
I guess he just killed Odin.
And compromises have a price.
Wow, that's interesting. So we're getting more storyline in terms of like what happened to Asgard in this game, right? In this gamerverse, I guess. And she's been pulled. Into the Marvel's Avengers universe?
Well,
my goodness, that is a pretty hideous looking Thor. Excuse me, what is that face? That looks funny. That's a nice shot right there. Cool. You got Clint, you got Kate, you got the rest of the crew here. So that was an interesting trailer. Again, yes, I'm using the word interesting because I thought it was actually really well made. The only problem is that I think it would have been nice if it was like an actual cutscene instead of just comic book art the entire time. But again, as somebody who's a huge fan of comic books, I have no problem with what they used there either, especially because if this means that we're going to get these characters faster, it's fine by me. If it takes a long time to put together all those cutscenes, it's understandable. Plus, it's probably very resource intensive. So I'm perfectly okay with them actually going on ahead and utilizing the comic book art to kind of like speed up this process in order to introduce these characters. I'm also very curious to understand how that whole portal mechanic works, because this is the first time that we're kind of given a hint at the idea of a multiverse as part of Marvel Avengers, because all the other characters exist within this game. Whereas it seems like Jane Foster Thor was pulled through that weird portal thing. And I guess we'll find out some more context about that. Let me know what you think of the trailer down in the comments section below. With that in mind, that is not all, because as you can see currently on the screen, we got some really cool stuff as part of their developer blog. And again, the times that they need criticism, I will be right there first in line to criticize them. But this actually deserves some praise because there's some sick looking costumes here for Jane Foster Thor. So first and foremost, we have her icon or iconic skin here, which looks wonderful. I really, really like the aesthetic of this particular one. I like that they went with kind of the open face helmet. I think that that looks super duper cool. I like the little homage to Thor with like the badges where they charge up electricity off of those. So I think that looks sick. Definitely a big fan of this particular design. I think it looks super duper cool. So I'm glad that they went ahead and included it. Now, of course, they also give us some other details here, like the actual breakdown on the context of the character. So it says, although she's from another dimension, Jane is adorned in true Asgardian finery. Eagle-eyed fans will notice the connective tissue between this Jane look and our iconic Odinson, which is what I just brought up, which is 100% by design. But where Odinson's look is regal, Jane's is designed to be fiercer and warrior-like. Her aggressively shaped winged mast, a departure from past versions of her comic book look, which I think is actually the right move, because, again, this looks cool, don't get me wrong. I think that this is a really, really nice design and aesthetic as well, but I like what they did here. I think it works better for the aesthetic of the game. So I think that that was a smart decision, and again, they actually referred to that, saying that they wanted to make sure that they kind of adapted her look to fit better inside of Marvel Avengers, which I think is really, really cool. But they do give us a really nice shot here of Jane Foster Mighty skin, which to me seems like obviously this will be a skin in the game as well, because it says her mighty outfit is our faithful reinterpretation of her instant classic design from Thor #1 back in 2014. So you can see the inspiration for it right here with the comic book art, and then the actual costume right here, which I think turned out really, really well. It looks wonderful. I like the gauntlet details. Like, they really knocked it out of the park. This is probably one of the most accurate comic book to game transitions that we've seen, which is awesome. I think they absolutely killed it. Then we have the Valkyrie outfit here, which, of course, if you don't know, later down the line, she actually takes up the moniker of Valkyrie as well. So that's the look that they have here. And again, they do show the actual comic book reinterpretation and what they adapted. Wonderful, wonderful. I love to see that. I love that you could see the actual inspiration and then how closely they managed to get it to the actual game. So I think that that looks really, really cool. Then we have the Thordis costume, which is going to be probably the most divisive one, because I think some people will say it looks a little bit too derpy. Some people will really like the costume. But regardless, I think it looks sick. It's a nice little throwback to a previous take on Jane Foster, because I believe this is from the What If issue, which is the first time that I think this idea was ever like played with, of her becoming Thor, was like way back when in 1977. So a long time ago, back when most of the people, including myself, who are watching this probably weren't even alive. So it's kind of crazy that that was the very first time that this concept was introduced as part of Marvel's What If series. So I think that's really cool. And again, it gives it kind of that tip of the cap, you know, to the things that have come before. I also really like that the combat VFX seems to have some really cool elements to make the costume come to life when you are in battle, which is super duper neat. Now, with all that in mind, let me know down in the comment section below which of these skins is your favorite. Of course, I would love to hear that discussion in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of the trailer. Are you excited to play as Jane Foster Thor less than 1 week away, which is super duper cool? And in addition to all of that, of course, guys, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That would be very much appreciated. Make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications turned on for when I go live on the 28th to dive into this character and see what else we get in terms of gameplay, other skins, because of course there will be some other skins that will be dropping as well. And I can definitely go on ahead and see if, let's say, fast forward into the month of July when Thor Love and Thunder drops, I think that there's probably a pretty good shot that we will get an MCU-based Thor, Jane Foster Thor, in this game as well. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Peace out. See you later, alligators. Bye-bye, guys.